Sherry, sweetie, how are you doing? Hey man, thank you so much for having me. Natalie, birthday girl, oh my God. Right. So good to see you.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, B. Cherie, and we are live right now for episode 8 of If You Know, You Know show, right, Nat?
Yes, I'm your host, Natalie Tate, so I'm glad we could be here. We have a roundtable talk dinner, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, so we wanted to do something real different this time. Usually our normal process is just bringing in one guest and kind of diving in with them, but we felt like it was just too many people to choose from. And since we're kind of nearing the end of the season, we wanted to make sure that we just had the opportunity to sit with some of our favorite influences here in New Orleans and our favorite entrepreneurs, right? And make sure that we are sitting at the table and just diving into like real life, real talk, real things. So that's what it is. You know, everybody want to know, like, who have a seat at the table? We do. We do. We do. So how everybody feeling tonight?
Excited.
Incredible.
Ready to talk.
All right, cool. So we're going to start with a few little introductions, right? We kept it light because it's a lot of us. Yeah. We can't give a full spill of our bios, but we have Gabbi. Yes, starting with the beautiful Gabbi, creative marketer, strategist, producer, a true girl's girl, owner of several businesses. Women Rules, Business Rules for Women is one of my favorite ones, where you just kind of tap in and help women to really just understand their entrepreneurship journey and balancing all the things. Mr. Israel, Izzy.
Hey, yes. How's we doing tonight?
Big
First time meeting all of y'all.
Yes. We like to call him the content creator, the concierge branding, marketing, and the Toastmaster, the official
I do go by that,
Toastmaster.
actually. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Brent, the man behind Nutrigrounds. Like, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Fresh out of meeting.
Fresh out of meeting.
Fresh out
Good.
of
You ready to dive, relax, and eat?
Right.
Okay, cool.
You know,
Cool.
talk a little bit too, though.
There we go.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay.
Yes.
We have the final two. We have Miss Brittany Flippen, the Fit with Brit. She is a wife, a mother. She's a serial entrepreneur. She owns a gym. She's not a bad bitch, she's a bad boss. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Right. And newly, she's a relationship coach. Like, let's get into it. A matchmaker, if you will.
Love to hear about
Get
it.
up.
She got a lot of work to do.
Yes, and she's an author. Okay.
Overtime.
She's an author. Let me finish. She's an author. Okay, you're very welcome. And last and certainly but not least, we have Antoine Barrier. He is, or ANTWIGADEE, as you all know.
That is
The
me.
Groove Master. He takes neurons away with like his innovative production of his sets, which is really freaking cool. I think he's really a leader in this industry right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Y'all recognize. So I'm happy that y'all all here. Like, this will be really neat. So let's get into it.
Yes. All right, guys. So all of us at the table, entrepreneurship, diving into it. I think that's just the elephant in the room for all of us. You know, like, we all work really hard. Many of us have multiple businesses, and we're just doing the thing. So we're going to kind of start there, groove into that before we get into the things that just kind of have us going wild and crazy, right?
I'll be sure. I'm a little thirsty, though.
You're a little thirsty?
I'm a little thirsty.
Cool. Okay, so look, can we get some cocktails?
I need a little water, though.
All right. All right. Today we did something different. Like, we have a whole bar today, guys.
Incredible production.
Yes. So FYB is taking care of the bar today. Sean, hey Sean, what's up? We cooling. So we don't know what he's gonna bring. He's gonna drop it off when he come. He gonna let us know like what we sipping on for the evening, and we also have some amazing food that's gonna be coming up later on. You know, cause this New Orleans, right? It's all about hospitality, food, cocktails, good energy, and vibes. So
And it feels really good tonight.
it does.
nice.
The weather is perfect. Yes. So elephant in the room, guys. Entrepreneurship. How y'all feeling for real? While y'all talk about y'all good.
She tight. She tight. I'm talking about, let's be real. Let's be real. No, I've been an entrepreneur over a decade, but at the time, if we're being real, we're in the middle of a recession. People not spending money like they used to, so we can't really charge the prices that we want to, even though inflation is as high as it is. But you know, we gonna make it because we entrepreneurs, so we hustle. We gonna figure it out.
Right, we always gonna figure it out. But one thing I can say about entrepreneurship, I've also been an entrepreneur over a decade, but freedom. Like, you want to tap into freedom, entrepreneurship, if you have the get up and go to figure things out every day. And you got to work through it. It's going to be issues. It's going to be problems. You're going to have disgruntled folks, you know, and you're going to have a lot of happy people too. And so you just got to lean into it all and accept it for what it is. You want freedom, you got to deal with things that most people don't want to deal with.
And what they don't realize, freedom actually requires so much discipline.
Yes.
Because as an entrepreneurship, it's like, yeah, we can create our own schedules and we can choose what clients we want to work with and what deals and things. But at the same time, if we're not disciplined and don't have strategies in place and don't have systems in place, we just like any other person that's just out there winging life and not doing anything. So a lot of responsibility comes with entrepreneurship, and that's crazy that you kind of just dove into it. The grit versus the grace, right? Everybody sees us as entrepreneurs and like, oh my God, y'all are doing the damn thing. You make it look so good, but they don't realize before you can get to a season of grace, before you can get to the season where it looks like flowers and all things beautiful, there's a lot of grit that has to happen before. A lot of hard work, a lot of responsibility. Many of us start out as marketers, you know, accountants. We're all the things. We're the boss, the CEO, the employees, the janitors, all those things when we're first starting as entrepreneurs. Bookkeepers, everything. You know, and those are the parts of entrepreneurship that we don't get to really talk about, which is crazy because people want to see all the bells and whistles. They want to see all the beautiful things.
I mean, all those things help build the foundation of where you are now, right? So you said the bookkeeper, like you said, I mean, if you're a janitor, if you were a marketer in your own field, all of those things put together help make you be who you are at this point, which is why you are thriving. It's not just
sales, negotiations, like it's just, it never
Relationships.
stops. Relationships.
That's like the key to succeeding, because you can have all the experience and knowledge in your field, but if you don't have relationships, you're not gonna make it far.
And I just want to piggyback off of that is that nobody cares when you talk about your business. They care when somebody they like talk about your business. That reference, that word of mouth. I always say word of mouth is the best marketing. That means you have to have a quality product to put out there so people can actually speak highly of your product. You can do the best commercials, the best marketing, billboards, whatever. If the product doesn't resonate with the audience, it's irrelevant.
Amen. For sure. I ain't got that problem, but you know,
Good quality products. That's the thing. So like, when we talk about like quality products and services, you know, New Orleans, being here in New Orleans, like we have a lot of people that just in business and do these things, but we don't really get that. And quality is subjectional, right?
Absolutely.
Because it's like, it's sort of like, okay, I see quality, but what someone's level of experience is totally different, can be different from another person's level of experience. 100%. So you can be feeling like you're giving great quality when this person has experienced something 10 times greater, you know?
You hear it in the music, because in New Orleans, a lot of our bounce music is like, with the stuff that goes viral is like the low production value stuff, right?
Absolutely.
And then you would hear people telling you to, okay, up your production value, and as soon as you do it, now you're not getting them views that you had.
All this money. All this money.
It's always the stuff that they put their heart and soul into that is authentic, you know, and then we try to do something more on a higher level, you'd be like, you don't even sell like it used to. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like the algorithm can smell it.
It really can.
They add money on this. It's
They really know. They can tell if it's a high quality camera. They can tell the aspect ratio. It's a lot of things that the algorithm sees that knows you invested into it. That's why sometimes I don't like to turn on the ads for reels. I like to turn on a lot of the things that let me know that I'm a business, because you're telling them you want to make money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you just fall right into the funnel of, okay, this is a potential client of ours, instead of someone who's just using it to amplify the platform as a whole.
So Natalie, as a person that has product and you have like an amazing brand and great quality products, because I have them, like I purchase your merch, I wear your things as well. How do you stay ahead of ensuring that your product is in alignment with the brand when you have other people who are selling the same things as you that may not necessarily have the same level of quality product?
I don't really think about it like that. I would say, so for me, like, my products are an extension of what I like and what I represent. So if I'm out wearing it, I might as well have my brand on it, and they'll support that. Just like, I'm already rocking it, I'm making it look good. So I think I have like an advantage of that, just like other businesses as well, like being that like we're influencers as an individual. So when you put that shit on, like, you know, make sure you put your business on it. You know what I'm saying? Put your business on it. So I think there's such an advantage with that, as like having a personal brand as well as like a business brand. So consider that as well, for sure.
You gotta recognize that you the sauce.
Absolutely.
So you could be all of us could be selling random stuff here, but who are you? How do you show up? How do people receive you? What's your energy like? How does that product make them feel? You know? And I think that when people see you, you embody grace, you embody fun, you embody sophistication but a little ratchet. You know, you embody a woman who loves herself and wants to try foods and wants to do all these things. So it's like, why wouldn't I wear her shirt?
Right.
She's channeling that energy.
And then I'll be honest, like, your Inner Fat Girl is like, it's like $1 million brand that isn't even there yet. Like, we're like a few months away from it just being global and national, because it's just so common. Like, you could really see Inner Fat Girl in Gucci, or you can see it in Target. And that's the marketability of it. That's the brand. Like it feels like you always want to create a brand would feel like it's always been there. And your Inner Fat Girl seems like something. We got mugs, we got coffee, we got the TV show, product placements, commercials, Natalie with Beyonce dancing or whatever. You know, we like that's what I see for you, and I'm speaking this life into you right now.
The Toastmaster is coming out. It's coming out. It's like, okay. I have a question specifically for you, Izzy, though. With professionalism, you're in an industry where people are drunk as fuck.
Absolutely.
You know,
100% of the
time. They are usually like crazy. How 100%. Do you maintain the level of professionalism in those environments?
Well, that's an excellent question. I'm glad you went there, because I just dealt with this on like 2 Saturdays ago. Like, you just have to make sure that you read the person, right? And if it's a guy, you have to make sure you let him feel like he's in control. Like, listen, man, this is your show. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I know you're with your girl. It's all love, but I'm gonna need you to exit the building or whatever. But respectfully, though, listen, I'm gonna get you a drink out the way. But listen, but you gotta leave here or whatever. And I'm just telling you this out of love, because I don't want you to embarrass yourself or anything like that. And listen, we can talk. You can look at me face to face. But yeah, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to, like, listen, I'm dealing with situations at my venue all the time. I had a horror story with one of my best friends. He brought his girlfriend for a birthday party, and he started just ordering bottles. I'm like, that's okay. I know his salary, so that's weird. And when he got to his 4th bottle of Grey Goose, I'm like, this is not gonna go the way I want it to go, because I gave him the section, so that's already out of my profit margin. But I'm looking at these bottles, and I'm like, I might have to fight tonight. So I go over there, go to talk to him. I'm like, but they $40 at the store. So at that moment, I already knew. I was seething. I was seething. But, you know, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, sometimes you just have to eat it, protect your room, protect the environment, protect the other clientele. I have to be bigger than everybody. Like that quote is, it's above me. I have to be above me in these situations. So I had to eat that $2,300 bill, you know? But I think it was a blessing in disguise, because it just shows you I'm gonna get it all back.
Yeah, I get it. And that kind of sounds like relationships and partnerships and collaboration in business, right? It's like, this is a friend. So he's coming in, and in his mind, there's a certain level of hospitality that you should be giving to him, 100%. Right? And I think that New Orleans has this fine line that we draw in that world, because all of us do it. We lean into our communities. Correct. We lean into each other, and we're like, hey, show up. I got you. Hey, come through. I want to take care of you and all these things. But when you get in the room, the red carpet not really laid out. You know? It's not. The red carpet is not really laid out, and it kind of leaves this sour taste in everybody's mouth, because to us, as when you're invited into a space, you're expecting a certain level of service to be accommodated and rendered to you. Correct. So as a person that is given those services, and even you now with your new venture that you have with your speed dating, if you're personally telling people to come in and you want to make sure that you're accommodating them, what's that fine line of making sure that you're not going in the red for it? So how do we do that in a way that it's still there's still a certain level of service that's given, and everybody is happy across the table?
I think it needs to be a priority. Because without people, you don't have whatever it is that you're doing. You know, and also I believe in having a show love budget, a line item, that I know that certain people are coming through. I know I have to take care of certain people. I know I need to offer this person a drink. I know that this person bought VIP tickets to one of our festivals, and I need to make sure that them and their group, that they set and they straight so they can bring more people next year. You know, but it literally, you gotta go through it. And once you go through it, you realize, like, is it worth this is it worth risking damaging this relationship, or can I spend $50 right here? Can I afford $50? You know, if I know I'm inviting 5 friends out for an event that I'm having, I know that, okay, I'm comping the tickets. Hopefully they go to the bar, but if I catch them and they're not drinking anything, maybe I need to go get some shots and bring them some shots.
Because one shot start the party, baby.
You know,
Don't stop.
you know, and so you just gotta prioritize it. It needs to be a line item when you host people.
Yeah, and just communicate it too, like communicating it to the parties beforehand, and just like a regular way it helps.
Managing expectations.
Yeah, and just like letting them know. I remember like one of my investors, they flew us out to Maui, and they like, okay, y'all can do room service, but here's y'all budget.
That's right.
Here's y'all. Don't go over this.
That's right.
It's on you after that. You know, it's just like, you know, that thing, those types of things being communicated beforehand can save a lot of heartache.
It starts with communication.
Have you guys had any situations or anything happen that you had a moment where you thought you were kind of like, all right, I'm here, I'm inviting the people, or, you know, like I'm hosting my friends, and then it kind of was just like, what the fuck? What just happened here? How do we end here? Has anyone ever like experienced that? I know I have personally.
For sure.
Somebody share some. Let's talk about it. What are those feelings like?
You say
how'd
you
you
have?
get past it?
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into it. You know, I've been knowing Izzy for a long time.
Okay.
Well, here we go. There's the plot twist.
I've been knowing Izzy for a long time, maybe 15 years.
Okay.
You
Maybe
know,
longer.
probably a little bit longer, definitely since college days. Okay. I bought a section to one of his events. And we also got a bottle list, and we knew we needed to buy bottles when we got there. No problem. So I got my girls together. I got my hottest, most boss friends with me. Hit people up. What you doing? What you doing?
Spectacular crew. Yeah. Center stage, right in the middle. Phenomenal.
Had a great section.
Felt so good.
Had a great section, and when we got there, it was probably about 30 minutes before the server showed up. That's not on him. That's on the venue. Once we got the bottle menu, we picking what bottles we want, but they ain't got none of the bottles. You know, it's Grey Goose or Takavaka or like Absolute or something like that, which wasn't what I was expecting, right? And so that actually was that was a hard evening, you know, because I'm thinking I'm supporting a friend of mine, somebody I've been knowing for a while, someone who's come to my birthday parties and things like that, and I'm not getting answers. I'm not getting feedback. I'm not getting reassurance.
Okay, but how did he mend the situation?
It hasn't been
How did
mended
you
yet.
mend this situation, Izzy?
Okay.
How are you gonna mend it right now?
You know what? Listen, Gabby, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to just listen, I apologize. And I take full responsibility. Even though it was the venue, it was my responsibility for you to feel safe, for you to feel comfortable, you to have the time of your life.
Absolutely.
So tell you what, I wanted you to come back to my venue, section on me, bottle on me, whatever you want to drink. We have a lot of high quality stuff, everything but 1942. I got you on.
You know, you know.
You know.
I appreciate that. But we are talking about something that happened a year ago.
So you want interest? You want?
I'm just saying,
You know,
and
Gabby, you're right.
I pulled up a couple months ago
You did, and I
to
really
an event.
appreciate it.
Just popped in. Hey, I'm coming through. We came through. We had a good time because it is always all love. But just as you know, people at this table, I think we owe it to each other to just hold each other accountable when those moments come about, you know, and realize also like we have to maintain our composure. We got to respect the venue, respect whoever's doing the thing. But yeah, that was messed up. I've moved forward from it. But since you wanted a
example, that was a great talk about it.
You called it out. So.
It's all good. But I also know that this is a newer venture for you. When I went, it was culture and capital. Now it's opulence, and I know there were some transitions that were made. And you gotta, whenever you're doing events with people who want to spend money, who got their shit together, who want to have a good time, there's a lot of expectations in the room.
100%.
Right. But I think you're doing a great job with growing opulence.
And I just want to say, like, once again, that I'm wrong on 2 levels, because you're a client and you're a friend. And like sometimes we can like take our friends for advantage, because if you're dealing with strangers, I want to impress them because my friend got my back. And that was the total wrong way and aspect to take. And I want to like personally look you in the eye and apologize for it.
You apologized that night too, but
Well, of course I apologize. But I'm talking about like, just love. And I want you to see it in my eyes.
I just want them to know, like, this is not the first time we talked about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we squashed it at the table.
I feel like I just was in the middle
It's a
of it.
conversation. Like, what's happening
in the middle.
I love that. So it's like in our relationships and in our partnerships, not just professionally, but also personally, we have to make sure that we are understanding, like you say, the expectations and the needs of everyone there. And in a moment, holding each other accountable.
Absolutely. So I like what you mentioned, that you said it was once like capital and culture, then it's opulence. So it brought to my attention like the pivot that comes with entrepreneurship. So I really enjoyed that. So can y'all share any personal anecdotes or experiences that like highlight the vibrancy and diversity of New Orleans music scene?
Boy, they're both looking at you, because you're right in the middle. You're the music man.
So it's highlight the vibrancy and diversity of the music scene.
I feel like we're in a really good place right now. We are seeing a lot of artists blow up and go far. I mean, you look at Rod 49, Travis, Wayne, that's crazy. How long has he been in the music industry now? Like
30 years.
Yeah.
His third year?
You said Wayne. You said Wayne or?
No, Rod 49. Like, yeah, that's crazy, to have those placements like that. And I think it's just showing where New Orleans is at right now. Like, I've been saying we in a renaissance period, but it really feels like right now, especially what we're seeing our artists do right now.
And I love how they're kind of like pulling each other up as well. Like, we're always comparing ourselves to Atlanta and things of that sort. But like similar to, we had Subtweet Sean on the show. Like, so Rod 49, like, extended a hand to him. They now have like a song together. So I think that's gonna be so exciting. I think it might be country, it could be rap. Like, who knows?
I dabbling, yes.
So I'm so excited about that.
Like, as far as like our culture here, I would like to kind of ask, like, what are some of the key things that you love about being, a native here of New Orleans? Like, what is it?
For me, the hospitality. I've lived in different cities. There's nothing compares to the way that we talk and treat each other. We treat each other like we're a family. Like, you can walk in a room, talk to somebody, and spark a conversation. I've been to other places and they won't even speak to you or acknowledge you sometimes when you walk in a room. So we walk in, it's how you doing to anybody, no matter where you're going. So for me, it's about our hospitality.
Okay.
It's something in the sauce. It's something in the sauce. And as I've always wanted to like move and go elsewhere, just to kind of like gain some more knowledge, just widen my thoughts, whatever. But then as of lately, I'm realizing this is like the root. This is the home base of where everybody pulls their inspiration from. So I'm more motivated as ever to make sure that I'm doing my duty as a native New Orleanian. 17th, 3rd to the 17th, excuse me. So just make sure that, like, as a native, I'm making sure my city pops correctly. You know what I'm saying? And significantly. So we all have a job here. I think we're all like doing our part for sure. There's a lot of leaders in the industry right now. I mean, wow,
you
Brent
like
is
the voice. One of the voices of New Orleans right now. Like, speak up. Take the humble hat off.
But to the point of like New Orleans and the renaissance that you were speaking, I think we're moving into a point where people are like starting to gain ownership of the IP, right? Like, people are creating original content. They getting it more commercialized. You get more money as a result of it. Like, it was a time when New Orleans was just pretty much taking existing IP and kind of making it into our own type of situation.
Absolutely.
Which is cool, but when you think about monetization, you ain't making no money out that.
Yeah.
Like, if I could do a couple of shows and make like $3,000-$4,000 a show, which is cool. But what about sync placements? Like, you missing out on $10,000-$20,000 bags right there. What about like the streaming numbers? You know what I mean? Like, you about $900 a month, you pretty much got like 2 properties if you get a song that performs well enough to where you get in, like, that's like real estate.
Do I need to learn how to sing?
I'll get on there.
I'll make a bounty.
Thank you for saying it. That's so smart. This is the owner of Neutral Grounds, and y'all recently posted about who that was. Carisha, please. This lady was talking about. I mean, literally, Carisha. Where's my camera at, y'all? Where's my camera? Carisha, please. Okay. Yeah, she said. Somebody says like, "Oh, you need to come to New Orleans," and she responds back saying, "Hate it there."
It's a love-hate relationship. Like I kind of have that about. Like I've learned that about myself as an individual. You either really love me or you don't like me.
I feel like maybe she had a bad experience.
I get that, but the issue is that like you're pulling so much inspiration. You're like we actually low key we didn't make you, but we're really pushing you forward. We're moving your needle, so just have some respect.
Using our samples for our
and no, like have some like. It just gave ignorance. Like she just doesn't know what's going on, and that's who we're putting. That's who's putting like putting on. Look at that.
And when I think of like New Orleans, it's really. She said it's really. So when you think New Orleans, we're like kind of like the Garden of Eden of like black culture in America. So everything that came from America started from New Orleans. Like the mouth of the Mississippi, the slaves were ported in.
The biggest port.
And think about it, like if you're a slave owner, you're trying to get the best slaves. So a lot of the best black people stayed in New Orleans.
Yeah, wait in the water looking at it.
I'm just like, you know, like you want the all best the so when you think about like
you want the fast ones, they from uptown.
That is crazy. You know the little mixed breeds from the 7 Walls. No, but that was gonna be my answer. Like that's what I love about New Orleans is our history. It's like we're so deep into the history of our roots, our ancestors, and everything. Just everything about it, the food, the culture, the fashion, like the hospitality, as you say, the family.
The confidence.
The confidence. What?
The confidence.
They could not match
It's all in the wall.
And I do love that Neutral Grounds give education and history about the city. And we're all like literally like tapping in tune with our history. Like we're in tune with our culture. It's not like we live here, we don't know what happened before.
For sure.
You know, so I think with social media and especially with the Neutral Grounds page, I learned some stuff when I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool.
Every time something posted about Creole people tagging me. What you think? What you think? What you think? What you think?
That's been war.
What was that topic about? I really don't even know what was going on with that.
I just think that people are always trying to find ways to exclude things that they don't fully understand and the things that may have offended them in the past. And so I live here. I'm not from here. I consider myself a Louisiana woman. I'm more Louisiana well-rounded, you know, all the way up and down I-10, from New Orleans all the way to Houston. South Louisiana is my domain, you know, and so I feel like I'm one of the people here who does show up and represent other people from the state. You know, I have a great understanding, have been in New Orleans since high school, coming and going, have a lot of friends here. But I feel like I bring that. So when they think about Creole people, they think a certain look, they think from a certain area, you know, and they want to be very critical. But at the end of the day, no Creole is the same Creole.
No.
You can go to a Creole neighborhood and all of them families are different. And so you just got to respect the fact that people have traditions and they have things that they've done, and that's how they identify. And if I can say this, because I haven't really shared this before, but on my birth certificate, it says Creole.
Oh, wow.
So that's a whole nother conversation, but it's not just me, it's my sisters as well, you know, and my parents were Negro and Negra on theirs, you know, and they're from rural Louisiana. And so although they didn't personally identify as those words, they identified as far as the culture and the heritage that we have. So it's a very deep conversation, but people always tagging me in that every time.
So how do we navigate culture vultures? Like, how do we navigate that?
Honestly, I feel like they expose themselves eventually. I think that you too also should call them out, you know, and ask them questions and make them answer it. Yeah,
I just think like we should educate ourselves more, right, on how to protect our own culture. Because you think it's just like intellectual property. Like we're creating things and it's being monetized by people who understand more of the business than us. So we close that education gap, then we can get to a point to where now we can monetize and benefit from our own.
I also think that when it comes like the culture, man, you know, you can tell what's organic and you can tell what's kind of being force fed. We've heard the songs after Nice for What drops, Chris Brown drops his version of it, and it's like you just know it's not authentic. Yeah. And like our authenticity is really what separates us from everybody else, because you might think we're just bounced, then you might hear a Vulture Island, then you might hear another artist, then you might hear a Hot Sizzle, and that's what really differentiates ourselves from everybody else. So you really can't copy New Orleans culture because we created it all.
We created, that's right. And speaking of creating, look at this amazing salad that's on your plate. Isn't it colorful and beautiful? It's so good. So our first course is a veggie blend salad with like a vinaigrette dressing, super colorful and bright. We wanted to bring in the summer and the spring vibes. So enjoy that. And we are going to navigate into our next round of topics, which we're going to talk about health and wellness.
Ooh.
Yes, we're not going to get, we know this could get real deep, y'all. This can get real deep. Yeah, we're ready for cocktails. Okay, before we go in, let's get some cocktails to the table, because you know, New Orleans people like to drink.
Before we talk about our health, let's drink. Right.
So powerful.
Let's have a drink before we talk about what's going to kill you.
All right.
Yeah, I got 2 different drinks. This one's called Sex on the Peach.
Ooh.
It's made with Hennessy, with peach lemonade. And I have this one's called Blue Magic. This is my spin on the margarita. So
I'm gonna take the Sex on the Peach because I drink brown. Brown till I get down.
Like a high quality peach.
Yes. So Nat, as a girl who's like a foodie and into like hospitality. That's like that's a new phrase for you. Hospitality. I love that. Hospitality. What?
I'm going to trademark that. You got to buy it from me because
I paid my voucher. So like, how do you like? How would we rate a cocktail? Like, what's a good way to rate a cocktail?
Okay, so I think, well, yeah, I agree with that. Just like that, I think like the mixologist has to really do a great job at mixing it to where you like really don't taste the alcohol, but it tastes like palatable, and then it's just more so great all around. Like I like a bold drink sometimes I want it refreshing. So I just think like it's all about the mixologist and like how they really can like curate a cocktail in a sense of the garnishes, is it seasonal, things like that sort. So there's levels to it for sure. There's levels.
Blue Magic's incredible. Blue Magic, yeah, that's from American Gangster, the movie. I stand by it.
Wasn't that like an X film or something? The Blue Magic was like an X. No, that was the Blue Dolphin. My bad. I'm going back. I'm going back. Like,
are we transitioning the conversation? I know Blue Magic, and I know myself.
I think like knowing like which spirits like mix well with like the flavors. Like you just have to like know what's going on. So it's like people are experts in their field. And I think New Orleans really represents like that. There's like Turning Tables, which is an organization here that really uplifts like the hospitality industry. So I think we got it here for sure. So
Stan Tweety, like being from New Orleans, and this is a place where like we encourage overindulging in alcohol. Like we have drive-through daiquiri shops and bars. That's crazy. You don't drink.
I don't.
So, and also in your industry, you're around it. So, like, how do you navigate that? You just kind of like...
Earlier, we talked about discipline, being an entrepreneur. I think that carried over definitely into my profession. I mean, there was a point where I was talking to y'all earlier where I was DJing at Hi-Ho 2019 with Set the Flow.
Yeah.
I remember like it was yesterday, people passing drinks. We going crazy. And I remember looking at my board and I went to touch it and my hand just slipped. And I was like, I can't do it no more. And that's not when I stopped, but that was a point where I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna drink while I'm performing, But after, a couple of years, I was just like, I don't need to do this no more. But that's just me. I like to wake up early. I like to get my work done before 1. If I can get it before 1, I feel amazing. But drinking kind of slows that down because you wake up late.
True.
I'm out late already because I'm DJing, all that kind of stuff. So it just helps me keep going.
Like Miss Fit with Britt, how do you keep that balance? Because what do you drink?
Vodka, she drinks Tito's.
Skinny
Let's talk
Vodkas, Moet.
Yeah, Casamigos, Tito. Balance. Me and my husband are both social, so it's to the point where honestly we know how to drink. Cut it after 3 max. You know, he might go 4. When you get
More muscle mass.
when we get home, we pop 2 ibuprofens in the morning to go straight to the coffee, and we got a whole day. We keep it going. I think we just know our limit. But of course, if I'm speaking from a fitness professional standpoint, I'm always say no to alcohol. But we're talking about reality. Then yeah, just about balance. It's about balance. You know, you can't drink every day. Pick and choose your days.
Look in the camera and see that. Like,
Pick and choose your days. Pick and choose your days. But I mean, it's about balance. And of course, when we go out, if you're on a strict diet, shots away. Wine, no mixed drinks. But yeah, I'm not on a diet, so.
Wait, do y'all think that like within being an entrepreneur that it's a part of our job, like as far as being social and networking? Do you need the alcohol sometimes to like make sure you go out and do your job and talking to the right people?
It's an icebreaker.
Happy hours in like the startup ecosystem, when you especially dealing in software, it's like they just get drunk all day. Because it's like I found myself increasing my drinking habits just off the strength of I'm going to meetings, happy hours, I gotta talk. I got a mocktail a couple times like you, because I'm like, hold on, like I know we're in New Orleans and all, but you know, you gotta have some level. I gotta be coherent. You feel me? So I feel like in the startup ecosystem in New Orleans, the nightlife ecosystem in New Orleans, we just drink a lot. Like when you drive in Texas, you see billboards telling you not to drink, right? But you see Bacardi billboards in New Orleans, like they showing you go get the bottle, right? So I feel like that aids into a lot of the complacency that we have in New Orleans. Is just like we too damn drunk sometimes to even think straight. You feel me? So you got the politics going over our heads, like everything just going over our head, because every weekend we just we partying and not really even paying attention to what's going on around us. That's my 2 cents.
All right, let's get into cosmetic surgery and BBL culture. Let's talk about that. So first, I'm gonna ask the guys before I come back to you. Are we pro BBL? Are we con BBL?
I love natural.
I'm kind.
Yeah.
I love all.
I got
Unless
friends
the
who
proportions
got-
are correct, I love all.
Okay.
I'm a big natural fan. Yeah.
Is there a difference? Like, can you feel it? Like,
Absolutely,
is
you
there-
can definitely feel a difference.
Is it hot? Like, what is
see
the
it.
difference? You can
Just
see
like if it's, I don't know, maybe they had bad work.
I've been seeing people getting like real shots at legitimate places as well, which is non-surgical BBL. So, you know, I work out. I've worked out with Britt before. I feel like you got to do what's going, whatever's good for you. You know, I try not to judge. You know, I wanted to mention in regards to the drinking, real quick, that social anxiety. You know, people have anxiety. People have insecurities. People have mental health things, right? And until they get this one thing, it's not going to be right for them. So they might as well go ahead and get it. Now, the thing is after that, they might as well go ahead and get it or go get some other help. But if that's what you really want, go get it.
Yeah, I'm like,
So
at what point
that transpires over to what you mean with the BBL thing. A lot of women, I'm a fitness coach. Of course, not 100% of my clientele is women. So I have the BBL clients, I have the natural women, but talking to the girls who've had cosmetic surgery, it makes them feel better. If they're single, if they have a man or not, it makes them feel better. You are insecure if you put on some jeans and you got a flat ass. I mean, let's just be real. I've been blessed genetically, but that's not everybody's case. So at the end of the day, I don't know what it feels like to be a woman who don't have a butt or who don't have hips. So if you feel like go and pay this doctor this much money, cool. My only thing as a fitness coach is to maintain it. Don't let it look sloppy. Go get it. Go do your research on the doctor. Make sure that it's done professionally and correct. You maintaining it as well. But you know, it's the had 3 tummy tucks. That's when I be like, you just pitiful. Because I'm like, come on, you ain't learned nothing, you know. So
it's no discipline.
Not willing to get up and invest in your
I want to
health.
chime in on that. And to your point, it's like it's no discipline. And it's like when you invest, it's like you have people that get your body right for health reasons. Then you got people that get it right for external gratification. When we go after things for external gratification, you're never going to be satisfied. Like I thought I made my first $1 million, I was going to be happy. But I made it, I'm like, I need another $1 million. Like it's not, when you look in America, they train men to chase money, train women to chase the vanity, right? So if you're doing it for external gratification, you're never gonna be satisfied. But if you're doing it to, I wanna feel better, I wanna live longer, you know, I want to be the best person that I could be for my kid. Like those things are way more internally fulfilling. So you're gonna be fulfilled when you do that. It's not just be chasing another stage of whatever goal you were reaching.
That's crazy you said that in America, men are trained to chase money and women are trained to chase vanity, which brings me to modern day prostitution. Like, we don't realize that the culture that we have is like, if a man doesn't give to me financially, if he doesn't do for me financially, if I don't have this, if he's not paying for this, then, and I'm giving him sex, because literally that's the exchange. You hardly ever hear women say things like, I'm giving him peace, I'm giving him time, I'm giving him love, I'm giving him affection, I'm giving him a legacy. You literally hear my body in the exchange. How do we navigate rearing that back in and kind of getting people to see like that's where we are?
It's really, social media plays a big major part on how you feel like you should view your relationships with people. Your circle. If you feel like you're with girls who have guys that take care of them, of course you're gonna feel like that's supposed to be you too. You know, so I mean, I'll say I've been with my husband for 12 years. Yes, he has a bag, I get my own bag. It is 50-50 in my household. I'm not ashamed to say that. If it was without him, I'm doing 100.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? If things are slow on my side, he's taking care of it. Same the other way. So at the end of the day, before you even meet a guy, you're paying all your bills. Your body should not be the prize that's going to get you to get your bills paid. You get what I'm saying? Look for a partner who is willing to come in and help take some of the load off, but not take completely off. I mean, if it does happen, cool. But that shouldn't be the, oh, well, if I give you this, I need to pay anything.
I feel like it comes in two sectors: emotional intelligence and awareness. Okay, because that maturity level of how emotionally intelligent you are, like you at 21 is not you at 30. You can't be using the same type of energy. Or at 22, like you have to mature. You have to have another layer of value to you, because if a woman all she has to offer is her body, that's not nearly enough for me. Like, you know, as a black man, you just need to be nurtured. You need intimacy. You need peace.
Bodies, though.
Well, that's for the weekend, but not for a lifetime. That's for Saturday night.
That's what it looked like they go for.
But what I say is, what I got from what you said, go ahead.
No, I was saying it depends on what they're consuming. I think people who consume what media is pushing out, you can tell by what they want or how they act. So, so if you have those guys who, okay, I just want this, I want the body, I want sex, we know what you're consuming.
Wait, but let's talk about the guys who put it out there as if I got the bag, I got you, I'm going to pay bills.
Leading with it.
You leading with your money. So automatically you're going to meet the girl who wants you to spend the money.
You expect, why would I lead with my money when it's like 70% of divorces end in like financial disparity. So it's like you see why you leading with your money. And it comes back to both of y'all points. It's like the media, the biggest two things in the black community that I feel like were compromised by like the white man is media and music. Right? Like you had jazz, you had soul, you had psychedelic funk. That was the soundtrack to the civil rights movement. Like when we was listening to that, it was like, you know what I'm saying? But then you hit us with that bird, man. I don't open up that conversation.
You told me to flip
that was you look at New Orleans, we're a satellite city, so they understand that New Orleans, we're like a satellite. We have a lot of people that live a lot of different places. So we're looked at as like an influential group of people. So it's like we can get New Orleans people to be ignorant as hell. They're gonna do the rest.
Okay, so I got something from what you said. You said you got your first meal and then you wanted more. And so it's like, as entrepreneurs here in New Orleans, it's like, do you chase the money or like fulfillment? Because from New Orleans, we're for like more curators and creators.
Yeah.
The people outside of us, it's like they're the business folks. So they're coming in and they're able to like monetize it. So.
There's something, don't quote me on it, but it's like this Japanese concept, like the Iykyk or something like that, where it's like what you love. Y'all wanna move this real quick? Yeah, come on, let's get this out the way.
Hey, Karen girl.
Chef K in the building.
Chef K is in the building, guys.
Yes. Everybody won't talk no more.
Yes. Oh,
Right.
we coming back. Oh, look at this feast. It's giving the first supper vibes, because this is not the last.
That's fire.
Beautiful.
Yes, isn't it?
It's a mango habanero sauce. So garnish as you will. Like, you know, let me see.
Coconut rice.
With the zest.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you. We can just take this and we're going to pass it off to all of our amazing team members that are working hard behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is legit. They work.
I think we're talking about like fulfillment.
So how much you make versus what you love to do is like your purpose or your profession. It's like it's a will. Like pull it up on Google or something like that. But essentially, it's what you do, what you love, what you're good at. And like you have to kind of find a healthy balance between I'm doing what I love, I'm doing what I'm good at, I'm doing what I can monetize, and you kind of seek that overall kind of fulfillment. But it's not really, if I invest in one side, it's never gonna fulfill you if you're just investing into one aspect of it. It's like a holistic. So do what you love, do what makes you money, do what you're good at, you know, and overall, you should find that level of like internal fulfillment.
I really like this. Let's get into this food bistro. Would you like mine, Pran?
I don't. You know, they always deem me as the prayer of the group. I love that. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us. Okay, we can't hold hands. That would be very great. We are family. Thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for gathering us here at the table as a collective, as a family, as friends, as just supporters of each other. Thank you for this feast, this meal that was prepared by the hands of Chef Karen. Thank you for the team that has put this together and just put us in a place that we can be able to just dine together and really spark amazing conversation, connections, and do something that's powerful for the people and allow us to just change perspectives and change lives. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Yes. All right. So whoever go dive in first, I'm scared to touch, and then
how we diving in?
I think you just like with a whole fish, you just like go. I think like go. But you just go for it. I feel like Chef Karen, we just like go in it.
I'm gonna put the
okay. So I'm gonna take like
this is different.
I'm gonna take his ribs.
No bread for me.
No, of course.
You said no bread?
No bread.
Bread way over there. Let's go. The cards are right here.
Yeah, so we're gonna move. I have one question. So the next set of cards that we have.
Brittany, on the topic of how people come to New Orleans and monetize, okay? We've seen it through some of our legacy festivals that come here. They come and they take advantage. They don't properly train. They don't properly source people. They don't properly pay them once they source them. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've worked amongst these groups. I think what we have to take pride in as creatives, as talent, I'm just saying talent in general in New Orleans, is like you got to do the work for yourself too.
For sure.
You know, you have to go and educate yourself. You have to take a class. You have to figure out how to manage yourself as a talent. You know, we talked about how we have to play all these roles initially when you're getting started, and it's like you can't run away from that. You know, or people will come and run circles around you. Okay, and take advantage of you, and I've seen that multiple times. So I want to make sure that we emphasize that if you are somebody who offers a service, you know, and you want to continue to elevate, you know, anybody watching, like, you have to invest in yourself, understand your rates, understand your costs to do the things that need to be done, the tax that you need to be collected so you can pay them taxes, you know, all of those things. So I don't want to skip over that because a lot of people get caught up and they don't get paid well because they don't understand their value and they're not investing in the business aspect of their talent. Talent is not enough.
No.
That, and I think as leaders in the industry, we have to, you know, offer mentorship to people. Like, let them know what's going on. Like, give them insight. If you see them, like, you know, messing up, like, lend that helping hand. Be that person. So we all have, like, a responsibility, I think, to keep us on the right track. Thank you for saying it. That's very important.
Yes. So we're going to go, like, we have, the rest of the conversation is going to be kind of, like, fun, light. I'll lead. So these are some, if you know, random topic conversation cards. Everybody's gonna just pull one. We're gonna answer, maybe like one or two people answer, and then we move on to the next. So it's gonna get like real, probably all over the place, popcorny. And I'll start with the first question. How do you maintain platonic relationships once with the opposite sex, once you're in a marriage or relationship? What? So how can you have friends of the opposite sex if you're in a relationship?
I think it really depends. It depends on if everybody has the same guardrails. You know, is everybody under the same understanding? You know, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. Having boundaries. You know, so I think it's possible, but you have to have some strong. You have to have some strong boundaries.
Oh no, it's good.
I agree.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. If you were not a female that was in my husband's life prior to us getting married, y'all cannot hang. Yeah. So be sure if you're a friend of my husband's, I don't mind if you say I'm gonna get a drink, but be sure we're gonna sit down and talk. That's cool. But hey, me and Tamika, baby, who is Tamika?
Right.
No, we going to talk to Tamika. We going together. No, this is not. Yeah, because I meet new guys as well, and I also introduce them to my husband. Like it's not something where we're gonna go out. Why do we need to hang out? We're gonna hang together, you know. So I think people understand. And then if I meet a guy and I know he's married, there's no reason for me to try to hang with him solo.
True.
It's a level of respect you gotta have for people in relationships. So, you know.
Yeah, no,
The fish is rolling, baby. The chef, what's her name, Karen?
Karen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karen, you did the thing.
And the
baby.
sauce is amazing.
Okay. Next question. Pull a card now.
Okay. What's your thoughts on sending nude pics and videos when dating?
Let me take that one. Everybody got access to everything y'all send. If it's connect, like if it's on our matches, Apple got it. And you probably got some pervy engineer looking at the back end.
Crazy.
And you have access to everything. So
what does that mean, though? Are you doing it or no?
Nah, hell nah.
Wow.
The next thing you know, you have to say it's AI once you on Twitter.
Loser.
At the end of the day,
boring.
What they said, do it for the I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Elon, nobody.
I mean, I think
She's in the middle Snapchat.
I think there's nothing wrong with a little fun photo.
yes.
That doesn't mean it has to be explicit, but it could be cute. It could be sexy. Like I ain't sending no booty ass naked photo videos to nobody though. That's just not about to happen. It's all in the eyes and just like there's so much that you can do, and you don't have to be naked.
I never got to do without.
You ain't gotta be naked.
So you know, our first year of like dating, I was in Atlanta and he was in New Orleans, so we had to. You know, like I had to. I gotta keep this man attention, girl. I'm thousands of miles away. Like, yeah, I ain't got no problem. But even to this day, like every now and then, if I'm in a dressing room trying to do dress, I might send a little. But he said, "Are you okay with sending it though?"
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I feel like I know who I'm dating, right? I know that who I'm dating has a certain level of respect for me. They care about me. I know their
Right. If they
intentions
go
with
back,
me.
he's not putting it out
He's not
there.
gonna put it out. He's not gonna share it. So I am the girl that's like, ha ha. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's me. But everybody has their own, you know.
It's like, what is cybersecurity?
I'm always
like?
gonna hit it with that. What's that setting that you can put that blurs the photo out?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna always blur the photo.
I got one of
Invisible
those this
ink.
morning.
I'm always gonna
Still
invisible.
save it.
No, that's fine. I just don't think that. I'm not talking about 100% nude photos. I'm just talking about like something that's personal that you know.
It gives a little bit more
It
mystery.
can be anywhere and open it up, and I'm not trying to see. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
My mind all messed up right now. I don't know what's going on.
For me, I'm a visual lover. All right, so like I'm a visual lover. So nudes is like my love language. But I think that in a form of communication, you know, you should want to be able to send me something that will be enticing. And it could be like you in a grocery store, like it could be your face. It doesn't have to be just necessarily be you naked. But you want something, it's like it's a level of intimacy and it's private and just something that me and you are sharing. And then it's like, you know, it's the brochure of the car I'm about to drive. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see the... Oh, no, nothing private. No. You know what the biggest heartbreaker is? If you get sent a nude and you go in your album and say it's from like 2015.
Yes,
that's a heartbreaker. It's a timestamp nude. It's a heartbreaker because you think you're special, but it's 3 boyfriends ago. And I'm like, 2014.
Experience.
It's not even the
So
same.
they send you a nude that they already sent to somebody
Absolutely.
else?
I get them all the time. Not me, but my friends.
So question. When a woman does send y'all, you know, a revealing photo, you keep it. Even if you get a new girl, you got the old photo.
Ooh.
Are you deleting the
Are
new
you deleting the
photo?
picture?
Whole catalog.
Questions that he answered.
Oh, okay, so my ex, unfortunately, she deleted my whole album, and I'm very devastated by it. But she got rid of it, and I respected her because I loved her so much. So she could get rid of everything she wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah, respect everything, yeah. I'm sad now.
I don't ask for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you get it?
What if they offer?
Yeah, you give them.
Not your thing. Not your vibe. I get it.
In person is like
So
the
much
best.
better.
Yeah. And also to what you said, like I feel like there's so much on social media already. It's like if you send something, it's
It's just
already yeah.
Okay.
But for real, but like all of that stuff is so desensitized.
I'm a gold member of the podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Instagram is pretty much
I'm subscribed. Like, this is me.
beach galore.
I'm literally the only one.
Putting bikinis, all that kind of stuff is almost that anyway. So
All right, next question, Gabby.
All right, this is for everybody.
Ooh.
I need about 2-3. I need everybody to popcorn their responses. How do you deal with negative comments and opinions? Do you comment negatively on other people's posts, or I guess, anything publicly?
I typically don't get a lot of negative comments on my personal posts. However, when I see other people are like trolling and commenting negative, I kind of try to ignore it as much as possible. I'm a big believer in you bring in the energy that you entertain. So I try to just be positive as much as possible. However, I do have my petty moments. I do have my petty moments. So I think I'm mindful of what I'm saying, so I'm not like offending someone specifically. But I do feel like if somebody coming for me in my shit, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
I see Britt has something to say. Talk about it, B.
She like,
So many people.
Y'all know I'm always in the
I just
comments.
served somebody else.
I'm always in the comments.
I'm always in the comments. Shade room, baller.
You are.
I'm in the comments. I'm always in the comments. I always got something to say. I try to stay on the positive side. Yeah. But yeah, when you come for me, I'm going to war. I'm going to war. You better go ahead and.
Oh, you're going to hell, huh?
For a
Go
person
on.
that sees that all the time.
Oh, I stopped looking years
Are you
ago.
in? I'm about to say.
Yeah, and
is
it's
it
like, cause it's once it happens so much, you get desensitized to it. Right. And it's like I realized that the comments and Nutrients don't really affect me. It's like my personal TikTok where like they used to kind of come for me for like all the NFT type of stuff. That would hit a little different. But it's just a matter of you got to understand that the platform is designed to make you engage in negative emotions.
Right, absolutely.
So as humans, we do the fight or flight. We are more receptive to negative things because it's about our survival. So if someone does something we don't like, we're gonna be more alert to it. And they're just attention farming. So you're gonna not put a dislike button on my post. You can put a like button in a comment section. Because I can't tell you when I don't like it with a button. I gotta comment it. You know what I mean? So now it's designed, and that's even what we made about the new post. What I made the comment about the fact that these companies have access to these images. We don't pay attention to the amount of power and control that these people really have over our lives. Yeah, they do. You know what I mean? Like the design of the platform, the fact that the algorithm don't work the way it do all the time. Like all this shit is designed to get negative reactions out of us so that we can be more addicted to what's going on.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
So cool. So
I got one thing. So there was actually an incident that happened when I was DJing at the Ace Hotel. This group out of Chicago. They were thinking that I stole their brand and brought it down here. Basically, they were DJing, or they had a party in Ace in Chicago, and it was the same name, Energy, but I came up with that on my own. Like I've never been to Chicago, but they thought I stole it, or they thought that Ace stole it. So we were getting a lot of flack, a lot of negative comments on my post. And I was like, okay, like, if that's what y'all think, cool. Like, it's not bothering me. Y'all all the way up there. Like, what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Right, nothing.
Right.
Like, none of us trade lost if we honest.
Right. I know what I built, and like, it's doing good. You know what I'm saying? But they were going crazy. So once they started commenting negative things about my followers and like going to bat with them, I made a video like, yo, like, this what it is. It's none of that. And like, we gonna keep moving forward.
Stand up to the bullies.
Well, you know, I have such a similar story. I love that. So it's so crazy. So with my brand Fat Girls Taste Better, I think that these girls are trying to take me down, like try and cancel my whole brand.
Thinking that you're targeting fat girls.
So I mean, a whole bunch of negative comments, like flooding my stuff, trying to like really pretty much cancel me. She was out of New York. She actually like started reselling the items I was selling. She had a whole website and everything. And it was like the website was not You're in a Fat Girl. And I got my lawyer on it. Same with your story. The woman, she actually started talking about like my lawyer. She pulled a picture. She was posting like being really nasty. So I did the same thing. I didn't comment back, but I chose to like hear what she was saying. it was coming from a negative place, but not all of the people that were, you know, coming after me. So, and then I addressed it. Like, I apologized for, like, not doing my job and communicating the proper message of my brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, from New Orleans, like, we say fat, and it's more of, like, a endearing thing. So, I chose to, like, just take the high road with that one and just speak on it. So,
pass the question.
All right, cool. So, which celebrity do you think you look like? I guess we could go around. People always say I look like Juvenile. I don't know. I get that so much.
It's probably like you.
I don't know. So that's me.
I guess Sanaya Nathan a lot.
What's up?
I guess Sanaya.
You give Tupac time.
Ever since I cut my hair off. Cut my hair off a year ago. Yeah.
What do you think?
Lauren London, Nunu. I kind of get that.
I can see that.
Yara Shahidi.
Okay, Yara.
Depending on the wig. I'm getting Trina or Solange. I'm getting one or the other.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can see it.
You know who else? Laura Harvey.
Lori Harvey.
Okay.
Out of there, too.
I get an Ashley Banks all the time.
Tatiana Ali.
Yes. Look, I'm thinking about the Disney character. The Princess Tatiana.
Don't dodge it.
You work like in my sectors and you got a code switch. They think I look like Drake. I don't see it.
I
don't see the Drake either. I don't
made
see
that
the
shit
Drake.
up this
I
morning.
swear I did.
You know nobody call you that shit.
You gotta go to work with white people.
Maybe it's like in the mannerism.
All right, guys, next question.
I want this answered by everyone.
Okay.
What's something about you that nobody else would believe?
Oh, something about me that no one else would believe. Wow.
Do you know?
I do know.
Oh, let's let it rip.
Safe space, baby. You're trusted and protected here.
I am a very, very wild girl.
Oh.
Yes.
I got the key question.
Yes. I am a very, very rude gal.
Let's go.
Rude gal.
We're going to talk about that later. Go ahead.
Okay.
Something that nobody would else believe about me? I really don't know. I mean, I'm pretty straightforward. I'll be honest with you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1
I'll
second.
come back to you. I think I have quite a few things. I think for me, what people would not know is that I'm a total like little boy. Like I'm I think I appear to be like such a lady and like all dainty, but I'm like a little boy for real. Sometimes I feel like I'm a guy.
You're a real nigga. Okay.
Yeah, real nigga.
Yeah, my partners might say like they'll say like nigga bitch, but like a nigga girl. Is it like? And then, like
you're a hot boy. You're a hot boy. You're a hot boy.
And then like the older people will be like, okay, you're like a tomboy.
You're a hot boy.
Yeah. And then also that must. Yeah, we'll stop with that one. Okay. Go ahead, Gabby.
Something about you that nobody else would believe.
I mean, I don't know what people would believe or not.
Ooh, I was
Tell them something.
I mean, I got some things, but
Give me one.
it was coming.
I don't know which one to share. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to share.
This happiness at the top of your.
The one that you like, I ain't about to.
The one that I
Yeah, the one.
That's the one.
I mean, I ain't trying to hide nothing. I ain't trying to hide nothing.
Okay, I see you.
You know, I think one thing that surprises people is that I have dated. Oh.
Good.
Well, never mind.
No.
Never mind.
That
That was the Lord. That was the Lord saying, "Don't say it."
That was Batman. Hold on.
No, it wasn't.
That was the Lord.
Oh, we wanted. What's the one thing that surprises people? Let's go.
I think one thing that surprises people is that I've dated women, and one of my most recent relationships was with a woman, and it was nothing that was hidden, but it was just like, if you know, you know.
Cool.
Talk about it.
Oh,
You know.
Because I ain't know. You know, and so I'm just very, I'm a Sag, I'm very free, but I also really desire to be with other ambitious people and other cultured people and well-rounded people, and that doesn't always come in the same package.
For sure.
So I'm open.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, okay, good answer.
Excellent tip.
And I think there's a lot of women like that, by the way.
It's a lie.
I just put it.
I mean, I deal with it now, but that was my younger days.
I didn't open up a can of worms now. I feel like every girl at the table has dabbled.
I'm mature.
Do that on there.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Ain't nothing wrong with a bit of razzle dazzle with the devil and dabble. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I love
All
it.
right, Brent, one thing people would be surprised to believe.
I mean, I guess people in high school wouldn't be surprised, but before Newsgrounds, I didn't know a lot about New Orleans like that. Like, for real. Like, I was a nerd. Like, I like computers and shit. Like, I didn't go to second lines and all that type of shit, but, you know, I was into history. So it's like when I started diving into it after college is when I started, like, diving in. But I didn't like New Orleans like that. You get on my nerves. I'm like, look, let me
that
chill.
is shocking to
That's
believe.
shocking, though. Like,
Yeah.
barely no Social Slim songs like that. But anyway.
It's shocking.
Is it shocking? Not really.
Most people wouldn't believe, because people have been telling me this since I was in college. Everybody think that people in my DMs.
What?
Really? You
Nah.
get
My
vibes.
DMs be dry too.
They know. I'm not. I'm not. Hey, look, I'm telling you, booming. See, look, just like you said, you don't believe it? I'm telling you.
You don't see that? You don't get the 72 hours like me that's coming through. Like, I just think
I promise you.
I do think that you have a demeanor that your people is your people and you good. So that may also just, you know.
Do you want people in your DMs?
No.
Okay.
that's a good thing. Well, you're manifesting.
Not like that. Look, not like that. Look.
For myself, I've put it out there. I was once incarcerated.
Okay.
In my early 20s. Just hood life, you know.
Yeah.
Out here trying to get it how you live, you know. Did a few months in federal prison. Made a lot of money before. I'm not glorifying it. I'm not glorifying it. But what I'm saying is I've had everything I've ever wanted before, and now I'm making it the correct way.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
That was
It's been really fun, y'all.
You have to kick us out.
Another round of drinks. Where's Blue Magic at?
So we have gifts for everyone. Shout out to Rain Dazzle, who is our sponsor. This is yours, right? This is yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Y'all can open them later. Love to get some photos with everybody. And this is our very first round table talk dinner, okay? So who do y'all think, this is my final question. Who do y'all think that we should like have next as a guest, or even like another concept idea? Pick those brains.
Concept or gift?
Yes.
Yes. And or.
I would like maybe like a brunch concept, and maybe have like the mayor here with some other people that come out and they speak their truth.
TD.
Have TD come out here at a brunch.
Okay, I like that.
Events, I think that would be nice. Like live tape.
Live tape.
Audience. Yeah, like bringing the audience in.
On the side of a relationship coach. Maybe more like a pillow talk. That would be something you can talk about relationship, talk about love. You can have a couple on and actually, you know, dig deep into that. You know, something like that.
New Orleans love food.
And that's funny that you said that, because what we want people to understand that if you know, it's not just a podcast. It's not a podcast. We're more than that. This is a full production. This is a show that we're putting on. So we want to be able to show our versatility. We want to be able to show our range, and also that we can do this like in any arena, any way. So that's why we decided to bring in these last few concepts in it, because when you think of podcast, you're just really thinking audio technically. Right. But we're bigger than that. You know, like our team is just too solid and too strong for that. So we appreciate all of these ideas that you're giving. Trust me, they're going down in the Rolodex. We're not done.
I would say I would like to see y'all interview people in their workspace. So if you go to a restaurant, you could interview the chef in his element, doing what he does. Yeah.
Y'all, we thought of all of this stuff, yeah. Honestly, it has come up. Honestly, it has come up. And it's great that we're in alignment with what the people see for us. And we're super grateful for that. We just want to thank you guys for being here. We know it takes a lot to come out. Busy lives between our personal lives, our professional lives, but collaborating, networking, partnerships is very important. This type of conversation is very important for us. To have a moment to just play, to just breathe, to relax.
All right, I need this.
We need this.
Stressed out. I need this. Oh,
Like you
I almost cursed somebody out. Yeah.
Pause.
But
so Toastmaster.
Okay.
The Toastmaster.
All right.
Can we make sure everybody has a cocktail or something? And yeah, what, Gabby?
Before that, I want to invite everybody out to New Orleans Zydeco Festival on November 2nd.
There we go.
Let's go.
November 2nd.
Mark.
There we go.
November 2nd, we're on the river, baby. NOLA
Nice.
Zydeco
Congratulations.
Fest. Thank you so much.
Your next
Yes, follow NOLA Connect on Instagram and NOLAconnect.com. I am doing speed dating events every month. Our next one is 27 and 37 in May, and we have Pride coming up in June. So follow us, get all the info, and come meet your match.
Anyone else have
Follow Nutrigrounds, NEWTRAL, and Grounds, but with a Z at the end. Jam around too. If you're a music artist, we got contests. Submit a song with some bread.
Content.
All right.
Content.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
If you happen to get in shape, call me. Earn that body. FitWithBrit.com. Yes, come and see us.
All right, Toastmaster, take us away with a nice toast to seal this amazing experience.
All right, guys, I just want to just personally thank each and every one of you guys for pouring into me tonight. I want to thank being the first of many, if you know, podcast dinners, and how much this brand is going to grow and the organic reception everybody is taking to it. We love it so much, and we just feel like it's for us. It's a staple of the community, and we cannot wait to see you guys grow. We cannot wait to see you guys travel. We cannot wait to see you guys really monetize, and when you see the AT&Ts and the Googles and the Amazons and the YouTubes all coming, banging down your door, because we know it's on the way. And we appreciate y'all and we applaud y'all. I want to thank each and every one of the other panelists. Brett with the Fit, thank you for everything you represent. Everything you do. Man, I know a husband. I can't. I go by IG handles. I'm not. Boundaries. Hey, Mo, listen, I'm about to text your wife, okay? I just want to make it. I want to thank my brother Antwigade, who didn't say enough about what he represents to the culture of New Orleans and the shift he's bringing apart. He might talk like he might just be subtle into himself, but his energy is priceless. And I know you're going to go nationwide and global wide, and I know you're going to be at Coachella and every other festival, just like we talking about, and performing and giving that same energy. And I'll be able to look like, yeah, that's the nigga I had dinner with in 2014. But we know what you represent, bro, and we're proud of you because you have an amazing following, and it's only getting bigger because the organic energy you bring, it can't be replaced. It's one of the most valuable assets we have in the city of New Orleans or whatever. And we can't emulate it. You can't culture vulture what you're doing. So I applaud you. Gabbi, I've known you here longer than anybody else, and just know I love you more than anybody else here, no Diddy, because you're my friend. Platonically, I love you, and guess what? We're like family. We're gonna fight. We're gonna have our disagreements or whatever, but we're gonna always come back to a circle in a safe space, and we're gonna work it out. I'm gonna let her down sometimes because we're in a moment and she's gonna say something, but that's what family does. You work through it and you work it out. My brother Brent right here, I have utilized your content so much. Let's give a round for fucking Brent because he's giving everybody a platform. Everything you've done for us, man, like you really are the culture. I look forward to Neutral Ground more than any other post because I don't know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get some culture, I'm gonna get some ratchet, I'm gonna get some music, I'm gonna get a flyer. You get a little bit of AI or whatever, but you're also teaching us and you're giving us the full spectrum of New Orleans, and you really cannot put into words how much that means to everyone here. Like, it's always beautiful when you can create a brand or you can be an entrepreneur and it can create something bigger than you. Like, Neutral Ground is gonna live past you, Brent. And that's a beautiful thing. You can bring it to other areas. So without that being said, I don't mean to be an over talker. We're gonna raise a glass to all of us. To exceeding boundaries, to breaking new barriers, and to all of our cups overflowing with blessings. Cheers. With that being said, cheers! If you know, you know!
All right, guys, it has been amazing. I am your host, B. Cherie. You can follow me at B. Cherie Designs and also at I am B. Cherie on Instagram and all platforms.
My name is Natalie Taste, and that's Taste Better. You can find me at NatalieTaste_ as well as yourinnerfatgirl.co.
All right, guys, we have just wrapped episode 8 of If You Know, You Know. And if you didn't know,
you just found out. So be sure to follow us on all platforms.
All
like,
platforms.
Like and subscribe. We want to see you back again. I got this. Thank you. See y'all next time. Wait for the cameras, y'all.